Hello there, and thank you for stopping by. But just don't be a guest. Go ahead and become a part of this family by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way, you'll know each time I load up a new video. Here, we will navigate through this precious gift we call life together. So, let's go ahead without further ado and get started. Now, I assume that you clicked on this video because you are curious to know maybe some tricks and some tips on how to vacation or a getaway with very little resources. So, let's go ahead and begin. Let me start off by saying I am a single mom of a 13-year-old daughter. We have a beautiful life together. But I am not rich. I am not one who have a whole lot of financial resources to pull from, but I still want a high quality of life when raising my daughter. So these are some tricks that I have learned over the years, and be it that she is an only child, typically we take some of her friends with her or with us when we are vacationing. So these are just some of the things that I have established over the years of how to get the most out of a getaway or vacation with very little resources. First thing you want to do is establish a budget. You need to know how much you can spare for a vacation. That will determine where you can go, what you can do, and how long you can stay. Once that has been established, you want to find locations that will meet your budget. You have to understand that you would need lodging, food, and transportation. Those are your three major things that needs to be addressed when considering a getaway or a vacation. So, once the budget has been established and you have set aside X amount of dollars that you're going to spend for your getaway, the next thing you want to do is find a location. Now, here's a tip. Typically, people travel to the beach during the summer. This is prime time for beaches and resorts to maximize their earning potentials. Resorts, hotels, motels, anything within this beach area, the cost will be high because they know this is the time of year that everyone flocks to this particular venue or this particular area. So that is something to consider when planning your getaway or your vacation. Consider going someplace or traveling to a location that is opposite of what the majority of people are currently doing. So instead of the beach in the summertime, maybe you'll consider the mountains or a museum or some type of attraction outside of the typical norm, which is the beach. So that's a very good tip to consider when planning your getaway or your vacation. Another thing is if you are on a very strict and tight income and you don't have a lot of money allotted for travel, consider your neighboring states or your neighboring cities. So what is the state beside on each side of you, if any? What are the states above or below you, if any? And see what those areas have to bring to the table in terms of attractions and things that you can do with your family. Most times it's not really about where you go. The purpose of a getaway or a vacation is to spend time with those you love, to have a change of scenery, and just to relax and enjoy a new setting. So with that in mind, you want to consider maybe any of those states around you that won't bite the budget in terms of gas prices or things of that nature if you are driving. This will save a lot of money if you decide to go to your neighboring state, or maybe a city within your own state that you haven't actually explored or discovered yet. Great opportunity. You will find that most times the lodging costs are very reasonable in comparison to those where everyone is going. Once you have established a budget, once you have established a location, the next thing we need to figure out is our lodging. Where exactly are we going to stay? Hotel, motel, Airbnb? How many people do we have in our party? These are the things to consider when planning to stay at a location. In my opinion, this is the second most important step in your getaway planning. Your first step is to know how much you got, your budget. This will be your second step, is knowing where you're going to stay. What makes it very important is because this is where you're going to spend a lot of your time sleeping, relaxing, and you want to make sure that this home away from home meets all of your demands, or at least most of the things that you have to have in order to be comfortable at your lodging post. So, amenities are very important. Making sure that you have those amenities that you and your family so desire. Now, there are several ways that you can actually find good deals. I happen to be a member of a travel club, so my travel club guarantees the lowest rate, and if I find something that is lower than what they quoted me, they will pay the difference. However, everyone is not a member of a travel club, so therefore there are a lot of search engines out there, such as Expedia, Priceline, Hotwire, you name it. There are a lot of search engines. So what I like to do is I like to open up several tabs on my computer or my device, and I like to put in each search engine, whether that's Priceline, Expedia, Hotwire. It's a lot of them. So I go in and I compare prices for each search engine. Another good tip to consider is always understand that it does matter what time or which days of the week you go. Anytime, it doesn't really matter where you go. Anytime you stay, sometimes Thursday through Saturday or Friday and Saturday, those costs are always going to rise because a lot of people come in for a day or two just for a weekend getaway or to come see family. That's just a major time for the hospitality industry, or the weekend. So if you can maybe leave out on a Sunday and stay Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and possibly come back on Thursday or check out on Friday, you'll save a lot of money. I know I have compared it numerous times when I have gone to different places, and my rate was very low, extremely low throughout the weekday. But when the weekend hit, it almost doubled for that Friday and Saturday. So please consider that as a way of, saving you a couple of dollars. Jumping back to amenities. This is also very important, making sure that the things that you require or the things that you desire are awaiting you at your lodge. So, pools, fitness rooms, tennis courts, cornhole activities, just any type of activity that will save money with regards to going to an amusement park or a museum, things that will actually be an out-of-pocket expense. Some of those things can be absorbed if you find lodging that has amenities or activities that you and your family can do while visiting, such as a swimming pool, a fitness center, like I said, tennis, things of that nature. You could save a lot of money if these things are already made available to you. Another important amenity that would be great is if you chose a location that served breakfast, either continental breakfast or a full breakfast. Any type of facility that offers this will save you tons and tons of money, especially when you have more than 2 people in your party. And those costs add up very, very fast. So if I can eliminate one of my food costs, that will save money as well. You also may want to consider getting lodging that has a kitchen or a kitchenette at its facilities or within your lodging area. Someplace that has a refrigerator, a microwave, a stovetop. If you could find something like that, that would also save you a lot of money. I know a lot of these resorts and lodging areas, sometimes hotels, they have an area where they have a grill. So you can bring your own meats and vegetables and grill those out and save a whole lot of money that way. The goal is to enjoy yourself to the fullest without breaking the bank, without going over your budget. So these are just some tips that you can try. So let's say that you have lodging that doesn't have a kitchenette or a kitchenette is not available. No worries. We have tricks for that. Mostly all of hotels and lodging has a refrigerator in it. If you could get a full-size refrigerator, that will be ideal. But you can even work with the little cubic refrigerators if necessary, if that's all that is available. One of the things that I like to do is I like to take my griddle with me, especially if I know in advance that a kitchenette is not available. A griddle is something that's used for like pancakes and sausages and things of that nature, but it also can be used as a stovetop. It can also be used to do stir fries. It can also be used to even warm up coffee, because sometimes the coffee machines nowadays don't get as hot as they used to back in the day. So having that griddle will act as a stove or a cooking tool that you can use while you are on your vacation. Now keep in mind, we're not trying to cook and do all of this stuff, because we are trying to relax and enjoy ourselves and enjoy the scenery. But having that griddle, you can easily make grilled cheese sandwiches, you can make hoagies, you can saute vegetables, something that's really quick and easy. You could go get some TV dinners that can easily pop in a microwave. I mean, the possibilities are endless, where you don't have to go to a fast food restaurant and spend, I mean, honestly now, if my daughter and I go and get 2 combos, we're spending about closely $15 to $20 for just 2 combos. And how long is that going to last? Maybe a couple of hours or so. So we want to be able to maximize our dollar while still enjoying ourselves to the fullest. So that brings me to my next point. After you have chosen your amenities, Wi-Fi, whatever it may be, the next thing you want to do while you are on vacation is go to a grocery store. Go shopping. Get those snacks, get those drinks, get the waters, get things that are very easy to make. I know the stir-fry dinners, you have your different deli meats, your breads, your condiments. You can get all of that stuff. Some of that stuff you can get from like the dollar store, or you can go to a Aldi's or Lidl's or, any type of grocery store and, buy some groceries. Even if you decide one day that you're going to go to a park or a lake with your family, a nearby park or lake, and eat outdoors, you can definitely do that. Make your lunches and enjoy yourself and relax instead of spending a whole lot of money eating out, because those costs rise very, very swiftly. And speaking of packing lunches, when it is time for you to get ready to hit the road for your vacation, what you want to do the night before is go to the grocery store again and pick up things that you all would like to snack on the way. This is something where the children can get involved. You take them to the store, they can pick out their snacks, things that they want while traveling. I love to go to the grocery store, get some deli meat and some sandwich bread and my condiments and my vegetables. And I like to make sandwiches and wrap them up individually. Maybe this person wants mayonnaise, maybe this person doesn't. And I write on the foil or on the Ziploc bag of the sandwich what all the sandwich entails. And that way we have our food ready. So that's something else we don't have to worry about doing when we stop for gas or when someone has to use the bathroom. You go into these stores and it's almost like everything is just like highlighted, like, oh, this looks good and that looks good and I want this and that. We're going to eliminate all of that by shopping the night before we get ready to leave, packing us our own lunch with our sandwiches, our drinks, our chips, any type of snacks that we want. We're going to go ahead and pack that up and keep that somewhere close within the car, within arm's reach. So while we're driving and we want a snack, we can easily go in there and get that. We don't have to worry about going to a fast food restaurant on the way because we have everything we need in arm's reach. Lastly, the final item on our budget, or the final item that we need to worry about, is our transportation. Now, if you are driving, and depending on what type of vehicle you are driving, you could go ahead and find out how much gas it will take for you to get to your destination. You can use things like Google Maps. You can use MapQuest. You can use a map. And normally if you use things like MapQuest, it'll tell you how much fuel you will need in order to reach your destination. And depending on how close or how far you're traveling, you'll know exactly how much fuel costs it will take for you to not only get to your destination, but there may be places that you want to see while you're there, and then also your trip back home. So that's the last piece of the puzzle, is the transportation cost. You also want to make sure maybe about 2 days or a day before you go that all of your fluids are filled up within your vehicle. You want to make sure that your spare tire, in case of an emergency, is ready to go. And just want to make sure that either your heat or your air is working properly. You just want to make sure that your car is in the best condition for traveling. And And so easily you can go to a service station, or you could check it yourself, or whatever makes you feel most comfortable. You want to just make sure that your mode of transportation is adequate and safe enough to get you to and fro your destination. Excuse me. So I hope that this video has helped you out a lot. I hope that if it hasn't helped you out a lot, I hope that it's giving you some insight or some tricks or tips that you can use in terms of saving money while vacationing. You do not have to deny yourself the peace, the joy, the relaxation of getting away because or due to a lack of finances. A lot of times people say, well, how can you travel so much and blah 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 blah. Well, it's because I know how to travel. I know how to ball on a budget, how to have the most enjoyable time without breaking the bank. And it is possible. So I hope that this video has helped you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any comments or if you have any advice with traveling needs, please put that in the comment section, because that can help someone else along the way. As I said in my introduction, we are here to navigate this beautiful gift that we have been given called life, and it's no reason for us to be unhappy. Until next time, I'll see you later. Blessings.